In today's video, we take a look at a father who refused to pay child support after he was denied a DNA test, and this man who lost his entire paycheck due to child support payments.
I was childish, immature, and angry. You're not going to let me see my kids, I'm not going to give you the money. And it took them about 3 or 4 months to find me and garnish my wages. And I got $12.45 that paycheck, $2.05. This is my favorite. I got a paycheck for $0. I paid her off, and now I'm paying California off. The money that I'm paying goes directly to the state. You know, I mean, it could go for anything. I mean, garbage collecting, pothole repairs, I have no idea. I just know that the state continues to take money. Not a dime of money that I pay out to child support goes to any of my children. Not a single penny. I owed so much because they charged such a large amount of interest that it just built up and built up and built up.
What a horrible situation it would be to work a full month and then get a check of $0. Because of some stupid and outdated laws that most women take advantage of, the only thing a man can do in such situations is ask for a DNA test, and if the woman refuses, then you get situation like these.
And on Memorial Day weekend, I was down in Florida. I called her phone. She is out on the lake in the middle of the night by herself on an antique wooden boat with her ex-boyfriend while her children are up on the bank.
Your wife at the time was cheating.
Yes, ma'am.
While you were on runs as a truck driver.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been denied
By courts.
the DNA test that you've needed.
Yes, ma'am.
For
23
20-something years.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been homeless.
I have been homeless because I can't
of
pay
the child
rent,
support.
pay my bills because my checks have been garnished. 66 1/3% of my check.
Oh my God.
And I can't pay rent. I can't do nothing. I don't have a life. And I have got the proof of my rares what I'm back owed.
Jerome, let me see that, please. And I can see this makes you emotional.
As I said previously, a woman taking advantage of these outdated laws to destroy a man's life is nothing new in today's world, and one of the biggest reasons for such instances is that we don't have mandatory DNA test at birth, because if we had, then such instances won't happen.
A few years ago, my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure out ancestry. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just wild. Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them, and they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So I didn't even want to go into that rabbit hole, but when I got the information, I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this. So, like always, she didn't take responsibility or any type of accountability, and she said, how are you going to believe your wife over these tests? I was like, are you serious? Are you like, for real, for real? Like, is this really where you're going to go with this? Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time, I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, it was only one time. Hey, and then I showed her that each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think. That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times, and then when we looked, each one of the children's had different baby fathers, and somehow that made it even worse, because it wasn't just one person you was cheating on me with. This is a habitual thing with multiple different people that you probably don't know about, and I'm taking care of their kids. They're my kids. They're my kids. I've raised each and every one of them from a super young age, and they stood by me through this whole situation. But to think that she's not who she said she was, because up until that situation, I thought we had a great marriage. I thought we had a great life. I thought everything was going good. I thought that we were building together and already have built together. She is a stay-at-home mom that works on things that she wants to do. She takes care of the kids. She cooks. She cleans. She does everything that's needed inside of the relationship with me. Yet she didn't tell me that she wanted to go outside of the marriage. She didn't tell me that she wanted to do anything. Anyway, after finding out the information and getting her side of the story, I let her know I would need a couple of space. So I had rented a hotel for a couple of days, and I stayed in it. I stayed away, and it was all right. It was good, but I really missed my kids, and I wanted to see them. So after a couple of days, I was back inside of the house, but I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't say anything to my wife. I didn't speak to her. She would try to talk to me and I would look away. I would take care of the kids. I would grab the kids, take them to the mall, do different things with them. And everything was just, I was just trying to figure things out. I was just trying to see how I could make our relationship work, or see if I need to separate and just take the kids myself. Like, I didn't know what to do, if I had any like legal rights to these individuals. Yeah, my name's on the birth certificate, but I'm not biologically theirs. I just wanted to figure things out, but I didn't even get that chance.
So not only his wife cheated on him multiple times and had multiple kids with strangers, but when confronted, she even lied to his face that he should trust his wife over some random test, and then the classic response of crying and not taking accountability for her actions.
I would rather pick up my husband's dirty laundry that he leaves right next to the basket, clean up all the beard hair that he leaves in the sink, pick up the dirty boots that he leaves all over the floor for every day for the rest of my life, rather than never seeing him come through that door ever again. And I know I'm not his mother, but it is my job to serve and take care of my husband. And guess what? He takes care of me. Now, I could complain all day about the fact that my husband leaves all this stuff all over the place and he doesn't pick up after himself, which he does. Sometimes he comes home from a long day and he doesn't have the strength to put his clothes in the basket after a long day. Sometimes the world wears on him so hard that sometimes all he can do is kick off his boots at the front door. And you know what? As a wife, I have two options. I can get really mad about it. I can nag him, can get upset at him, or I could just serve my husband out of love and respect, because that's what we're called to do as wives. And the verse said, it's better to live on a roof of a house than in a home with a nagging wife.
Y'all, I'm tired. I no longer want to be an independent woman. Forget that I-N-D-E. I'm good. I want to be a housewife. Listen, the next man that has good credit, a stable home, finances is straight, baby, I'm marrying. Yes, sir, I am. I'm not an alpha female no more. I've learned my lesson. Baby, I will be submissive to you. Baby, I will cook for you. I will clean for you. Yes, daddy, whatever you need. You want sex when you want it? Yes, sir, you got it. Baby, you want a meal at 3 o'clock in the morning? Yes, sir, you got it. Take care of me, because this working 2 jobs, although I love being a registered nurse, I love my profession. Let me just work as needed. Let me work when I want to work. I'm over it. I'm tired, y'all. So hook your luck. I'm looking for a husband.